Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we shall prove that marginal rate of technical substitution is equal to the ratio of marginal product of labor to the marginal product of capital. Before this, I will advise you that what is the basically MRTS, and it can be defined as when you change one input. For example, let us suppose that you increase the value of capital, then you have to decrease the value of labor so that the output remains constant. Means to say there is no change in output X. So when you increase one input and on the other hand you decrease another output and the value of output remains constant, so that is basically the marginal rate of technical substitution. Now we will prove that it is equal to the ratio of MPL to MPK. To start it, to start this, we have suppose a function, production function, that is X is equal to X function of capital and labor. Then there are two inputs, capital and labor. We shall restrict this proof to the two inputs, labor and capital. So if we take the derivative of this output with respect to labor, that is the MPL, that is partial X over partial L is equal to marginal product of labor. So it represents that how much the change in output due to the change in labor. Similarly, the change in output due to change in capital is called as marginal product of capital. Now we shall take the total derivative of this output function, first with respect to capital and then with respect to labor. So total derivative of x with respect to capital is equal to dx is equal to dk into partial x over partial k, and similarly with respect to labor dl into partial x over partial l. Now as we have discussed that along an isocone the quantity x is constant, so that change in x is equal to 0. Means to say if you increase one input and decrease another input and output will be the same, there is no change in x, so dx will be equal to 0. And we know that dx include total derivative include capital and with respect to labor, so we shall add them, dk partial x over partial k plus dl partial x over partial l. So it will be the total derivative of dx, that is equal to 0 because the along any isocone output is equal to 0. So if we solve this equation, we shall take this function on the right side, then it will be minus dl partial x or partial l. So now what we'll do, this minus dl will be divided to the dk on the left hand side, so it will become minus dk over dl, which is equal to, that will remain the same, partial x over partial l, and this partial x over partial k will divide to the right hand side, so it will become partial x over partial l whole divided by partial x over partial k. And we know that in the start we have discussed that partial x over partial l, that is equal to MPL, and partial x over partial k, that is equal to MPK. So it will become minus dk over dl is equal to MPL over MPK. So this one is equal to MPL, this one is equal to MPK. And marginal rate of technical substitution is, that is equal to minus dk over dl. So this one is equal to minus dk over dl is equal to MRTS. So we can write that MRTS for labor and capital is equal to MPL over MPK. So we have proved that marginal rate of technical substitution is equal to the ratio of MPL to MPK. So next guys, we shall discuss about the elasticity of substitution. So first of all, we shall define it, the percentage change in the capital labor ratio divided by percentage change in the rate of MRTS. So mathematically, it can be written as sigma is equal to percentage change in capital labor ratio divided by percentage change in the rate of MRTS. So when we shall write mathematically percentage change in KL, that is equal to D into K over L divided by K over L. So this divide by this division sign, and then percentage change in MRTS, that is equal to D MRTS over MRTS. So when we shall further solve it, when we convert into the multiplication sign, it will be reversed. So this will become MRTS over D MRTS, and all the fractions will be cancelled out to each other. This one will be cancelled out this one, D cancelled this one, MRTS will be cancelled to this one. So sigma will equal to 1. So that was today's topic, MRTS and the elasticity of substitution. Thank you so much.